Welcome to Plot Twist, your place for quick summaries of movies with jaw-dropping twists. Let's dive in. The movie begins to reveal that there is a celestial god named Arishem, the first celestial, who created the first sun that illuminated the entire universe. At that time, life was balanced until strange, predatory creatures from the depths of space appeared, known as deviants, which disrupted everything. So the god Arishem decided to summon the Eternals to restore order and balance to the world. Who are the Eternals? The Eternals are immortal heroes from the planet Olympia, whose sole mission is to eliminate the deviants. The Eternals believed in Arishem until a certain mission. We then see the Eternals in their spacecraft, and they are 10 individuals, each with superpowers, whom we will get to know one by one as the movie progresses. After that, we move to the year 5000 BC. We see a young boy holding a knife and cutting a fish, while his father looks on proudly and calls out to him. But then, one of the deviants appears and devours him. At that moment, the first Eternal appears, Icarus, whose power is that he can fly and emit a deadly beam from his eyes, which he uses to strike the deviant. Then, the rest of the Eternals begin to appear one by one. After Icarus, Makari appears, whose power is her incredible speed, allowing her to save people. Then Kingo appears, who can shoot strange but very powerful energy balls from his hands. Next is Gilgamesh, whose strength is unparalleled. Thana, the goddess of war, also appears, showcasing her professional combat skills and her ability to create weapons to aid her in battle. The Eternals manage to defeat the deviants, and Circe approaches the young boy and transforms his small knife into a family heirloom, giving it to him. Their spaceship then appears, and from it emerges Sprite, who may appear small but has powers that allow her to create illusions and vanish. Phastos is introduced as the team's mastermind. The team also includes Druig, who can control human minds, and their leader, Ajak, who can heal any wound. Circe has the ability to transform any solid object into smaller elements like sand, dust, or water. After being introduced to the Eternals and learning about each of their powers, we move to present-day London. We see Circe filming a commercial in the street about the knife she had given to the young boy, which has since become a family heirloom. At this point, Circe is working as a history teacher. She heads to work, where Dane is filling in for her until she arrives. It is revealed that there is a romantic relationship between Circe and Dane, who tells her he has invited her to his birthday celebration that evening. She begins teaching young girls, but an earthquake suddenly occurs, and a large rock is about to fall on one of the girls. Circe transforms the rock into dust, saving the young girl. The earthquake subsides, and we transition to Dane's birthday party, where he is dancing with Circe, and they are happy together. Sprite, however, is sad because she is young and cannot experience love like Circe. Dane, Circe, and Sprite leave the party and are walking when a strange creature emerges from the water. It is revealed to be a deviant, and it attacks Dane. Circe transforms the ground into sand and then solidifies it, saving Dane. But the deviant manages to free itself. They try to escape, but the deviant catches up to them. Sprite creates illusions of herself and Circe to confuse the deviant, but it identifies them and is about to kill Sprite when Icarus intervenes, saving her with his laser beams. However, this is not enough to defeat the deviant, which attacks them again. A bus is about to overturn on them, but Circe transforms it into a delicate flower, ensuring no harm comes to them. They notice something unusual about the deviant. It can heal itself, which was not a characteristic of the deviants before. Icarus, Circe, and Sprite are puzzled. The deviant utters a single word, flowers, before being defeated by Icarus. The significance of this word is unclear, but its meaning will likely be revealed later. After the incident, Dane is shocked by everything that has happened and asks Circe for an explanation. She tells him that she is one of the Eternals, who arrived on Earth 7,000 years ago aboard the Domo spaceship, tasked with a single mission: to eliminate the deviants. Dane is surprised and asks why. Despite their strength and role in protecting Earth, they did not intervene during the war with Thanos or other conflicts. Circe explains that they were given only one mission, and if they had intervened in every danger over the past 7,000 years, humanity would not have been able to evolve. Circe, Icarus, and Sprite then discuss the reappearance of the deviants after such a long time and why they seem to be targeting the Eternals rather than humans. They cannot find answers to these questions, but Circe suggests they need to speak with their leader, Ajak. We flash back to 575 BC in Babylon, where Icarus, Kingo, Thena, Makari, and Gilgamesh are fighting the deviants and protecting the city. Elsewhere, Ajax communicates with the celestial Arishem, expressing her concerns about something unusual on Earth. However, Arishem tells her to stay focused on her mission and not to interfere with the planet. Ajax gathers the rest of the Eternals and discusses the situation. Phastos has invented a device to help humans with agriculture, which he believes will advance human civilization. However, Ajax rejects the invention, and the rest of the team mocks the idea, fearing humans would misuse it. Ajax insists that humanity must develop gradually to avoid future disruptions. Sprite and the other Eternals interact with humans, but a fight breaks out among the people. Druig uses his mind control powers to stop the conflict, but Makari reminds him that they are forbidden from intervening in human disputes, as Thena had previously stated. Thena advises Ikaris to live his life and confess his feelings to Circe. He takes her advice and goes to Circe, who is helping women with farming. He confesses his love for her, and she reciprocates his feelings. We then move to the Gupta Empire in 400 BC, where Ikaris and Circe are getting married, and the entire team is celebrating their union. Returning to the present, the group heads to meet Ajax. Circe recalls her wedding day and smiles. When they arrive at Ajax's house, they find her dead, her body lying on the ground. Circe and Sprite grieve, believing that a deviant killed her. Sprite recalls her memories with Ajax and expresses her regret at losing her. Icarus informs them that the deviant responsible for Ajax's death is the same one they encountered in London, which killed her and absorbed her healing powers, enabling it to heal itself. Circe mourns Ajax, but the stone that connects Ajax to Arishem transfers to Circe, allowing her to communicate with him. Arishem asks Icarus, Sprite and Circe are together, but Circe tells them that she managed to communicate with Arishem and that the stone chose her. However, Icarus is skeptical and asks if she is sure she spoke with Arishem and that it is not Madwari disease. To understand what Madwari is, we go back in time to the year 1521 AD, during a period when humans had advanced along with their weapons. But this development also brought wars and destruction. Druig wants to intervene and stop the war, but Ajax refuses and prevents him, saying, "We do not interfere in human wars. This is part of their evolution." Druig disagrees and believes what is happening is wrong. Suddenly, Thena loses control, attacks her companions, and almost kills Makari. Ajax tries to control Thena's mind but is attacked by her. The rest of the team is also attacked, but Gilgamesh manages to knock Thena unconscious. Ajax heals the team's injuries. When Thena wakes up, she has no memory of what happened. Ajax explains the condition, a disease where one's memories take control, causing involuntary actions. Ajax suggests erasing Thena's memories is the only solution, but Thena cries, refusing to lose her memories and wanting to remember her life. Druig gets angry, accusing Ajax of wanting to erase Thena's memories and allowing humans to kill each other, saying, "We are no different from soldiers. We just follow orders." Druig leaves to live among humans, while Ajax decides not to erase Thena's memories. Gilgamesh takes on the responsibility of protecting Thena, even if it means killing her if necessary. Ajax tells them they have eliminated the deviants and can now live their lives as they wish. Returning to the present, we see Circe, Ikaris, and Sprite gathering the team again to fight the deviants. They start with Kingo, who has become a famous Hollywood actor over the past century. Initially enthusiastic about seeing his friends, he refuses to join them after hearing about Ajax's death, preferring to stay with his audience in film projects. However, his manager Karun convinces him by reminding him of the importance of helping family. Kingo agrees and joins the team. They travel to Australia to find Thena and Gilgamesh. Upon arriving, they see a dead deviant outside their house, which Gilgamesh had killed. They inform him of Ajax's death, deeply saddening him. He takes them to Thena, who has another episode of losing control and attacking them. However, they manage to calm her by recalling their shared memories. Circe steps outside, distressed, followed by Gilgamesh, who encourages her to focus and try communicating with Arishem again. Circe successfully contacts Arishem and tells him about Ajax's death and the strange occurrences on Earth. Arishem reveals that these are merely side effects of the flowers. Circe asks about the flowers, realizing it's the same term used by the deviant they fought in London. Arishem then unveils the true purpose of their mission, aiding in the birth of a new celestial. Every billion years, a celestial is born through a process involving the implantation of a seed into a planet. Arishem chose Tiamat to be Earth's celestial. For Tiamat to emerge, he requires vast energy, which he absorbs from intelligent life on the planet. The deviants were initially created to eliminate predators that threatened human populations, ensuring their growth. However, over time, the deviants evolved and became predators themselves, leading to the creation of the Eternals to eradicate them. With the human population now sufficient, the flowers is set to occur, resulting in Earth's destruction. Cersei is horrified, asking if Ajax knew about this. She learns that Ajax was aware and had been complicit in similar missions across other planets for millions of years. Cersei discovers that their memories of Olympia and past missions were fabricated by Arishem, who created them as synthetic beings and stored their memories for study, ensuring they wouldn't rebel like the deviants. Cersei shares this revelation with the team, who are shocked and conflicted. They realize they are not heroes but caretakers, raising human populations to be consumed as energy for Celestials. Determined to stop the flowers, they seek Druig, who lives in a secluded village where he controls the minds of its inhabitants. Druig initially refuses to help, frustrated with their mission and their inability to stop the cycle. Suddenly, deviants attack the village. Ikaris and Cersei fight them but struggle due to the deviant's strength. Gilgamesh intervenes to assist. Athena has another episode attacking Ikaris, but Gilgamesh calms her. The deviants begin killing the villagers under Druig's control. Cersei convinces Druig to release them and join their cause. Sprite helps Kingo defeat a deviant, while Ikaris kills another. Cersei transforms a deviant into a tree, surprising everyone with her newfound ability. Gilgamesh saves Athena from a deviant, but is fatally injured. The deviant absorbs his energy, gaining consciousness and speaking for the first time. It reveals its awareness of Arishem's plan and vows to kill the Eternals. The team mourns Gilgamesh's death and buries him. Druig doubts their ability to stop the flowers, as he cannot control Arishem's mind. Cersei suggests seeking Phastos' help. Druig warns that Phastos has lost faith in humanity. The story flashes back to 1945 in Hiroshima, where humans exploited the evolution and inventions of Phastos. We see him crying, believing that Druig was right and that his inventions destroyed the planet. We return to the present time as they head to Phastos, who is now married with a child and has decided not to use his powers anymore. But when he sees them trying to hide his son from these people and using fake names, Cersei explains the situation to Phastos, who initially refuses to join them until his friend convinces him. He then agrees, with the first step being to stop the flowers process. They gather together, and since they are reunited, they decide to return to the Domo spaceship. Indeed, they find their ship, where Makari has been living alone, isolated from the outside world. They begin searching for a way to stop the flowers, and Phastos comes up with a method, creating bracelets that unite their powers into one person, giving them the ability to stop Tiamut. However, they are still uncertain if what they are doing is right. They decide that the strongest among them, their leader after Ajax, should decide. However, Ikaris declares that their leader is Cersei, and she should make the decision. This leads to conflict among them, and they part ways. We flash back to 6 days before Ajax's death, where we see her with Ikaris. She tells him she believes the flowers is wrong, and that they must stand against the Celestials after serving them for so long. Ikaris manipulates her into a conversation and takes her to a place where deviants, previously frozen, have broken free. He throws her to them, leading to her death as they absorb her power and memories. The deviants begin to distribute Ajax's powers among themselves. Afterward, we see Ikaris carrying Ajax's body and placing it in the garden near her home, crying. Back in the present, the time for the flowers process has come. Everyone tries to find a solution to execute their plan, but Ikaris confronts them, confessing that he betrayed them and killed Ajax. He warns them that if anyone tries to stop him, he will kill them too. He leaves, and Sprite joins him because she loves him. The rest are left unsure of what to do. Kingo decides to leave, believing they cannot defeat Ikaris. Phastos comes up with an idea to take the energy connecting Cersei to the celestial seed within her. He successfully creates the bracelets, and they wear them. They board the spaceship and head to the flower site, where Athena is waiting. She fights the deviants while Cersei begins to execute the plan with the team. Icarus intervenes, attacking Druig and destroying their ship. At that moment, volcanic rocks are thrown at them, which they try to fend off. They attempt to attack Ikaris, but he is stronger than them. The largest deviant, who killed Gilgamesh, appears, angering Athena, who decides to take him on. She asks Phastos to stall Ikaris while she handles the deviant. Phastos manages to hold Ikaris back, allowing Athena to kill the deviant that killed Gilgamesh, leaving her satisfied. Ikaris escapes Phastos and goes to stop Cersei, but finds himself unable to harm her because he loves her. Instead of killing her, he helps her, overwhelmed by guilt, and ultimately kills himself. The team successfully stops the flowers process. Cersei helps Sprite live as a human and age normally. Everyone returns to their lives, happy, until the sky splits open, and something pulls all the Eternals. It is Arishem who takes them for disrupting his plan. He decides to review their memories to determine if humanity is worth saving. If not, he will punish them. Later we see Druig, Makari, and Thena aboard their ship when a mysterious figure named Eros appears. He tells them their friends are in danger and that he can help locate them. The scene shifts to Dane Whitman, who opens a box belonging to his ancestors, containing a sword inscribed with, "My destiny is death." As he approaches it, he hears a strange voice asking, "Are you sure you're ready for this?" The scene ends there. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like the video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe and activate the notification bell to receive our videos as soon as they are released. See you next time. Goodbye.